welcome to a new video. In this video I am going to discuss with you guys one Golang interview question. So any further delay, let's get started. And so I have already uploaded a video on this topic. If you want, you can watch that video as well. So in this video I am going to discuss another Golang interview question, which is what is errors in Go. So basically, what do you mean by error? Error means something is happening in your code which is totally unexpected. Okay, in that case you can throw your custom errors or like any error. Okay, like we have so many methods to throw an error in Golang. Like you have errors dot new method, fmt error f, okay, or even your own custom error, right? So now I'll go step by step. So in Golang, you have an error interface, right? That you need to know. Okay. That error interface will be helpful for you when you want to implement your custom errors. Okay. So I will just quickly, write down the error interface. In this particular interface, what you have to know, like there is a method or like function, whatever you want to say, and this particular function won't take anything as an argument, but it will return a string. Okay, this is one thing. You have to import errors package, okay, to use the errors functions. Okay, like you have errors or new, right? No need to worry, I will go step by step. I will show you an example as well, so that you can easily remember that. Okay, I am creating a function. Okay, like so. Now if b is equals to 0, okay, if b is equals to 0, then in that case what we will return? If b, like what we will do now, here it is a divide function. Okay, so what we will do, we will do a by b, and obviously you know here b cannot be, like here b would be not equal with 0, right? So that's why here I am checking if b is equals to 0. In that case you have to return 0 or like any default value if you want to keep. Okay, and here you have to return the error, right? Because it is totally unexpected in your code. Okay, so now new. Okay, so as soon as I press enter, you will see to import the errors package. Okay, now here you can write the error message like cannot divide by 0, that you can provide. Okay, this is one thing. Okay, and in the else part, what you have to return? Now you can just simply return a by b. Okay, and then you have to return some error as well. So what is your common sense? Like there is no error, because if b is not equals to 0, we can easily divide, then we should return the default nil, like there is no error. If you can do a by b, it means that you can do the division operation successfully, right? It means there is no error. If there is no error, you can just simply return nil. Okay, nil means there is no error, right? So also you have to remember one thing. Okay, nil is the default value of error type data. Okay, so suppose if there is no error, you can simply return nil. And also you have to remember another thing, that is nil is the default value of error. Okay, like for int, what is the default value? Default value is 0. Okay, this way you can remember. So now what we will do? Now everything is done, only we will do one thing. We will just call this particular function. Okay, value and then error. Okay, divide. Suppose I just want to print the error. Okay, so intentionally I am doing the wrong operation. So now here we will check if error is not equal to nil, means there is some error. Okay, so fmt dot println error. Okay, and then if there is no error, it means the operation is got successful. So So we can just simply return our value. Okay, right? I think it's pretty straightforward, right? So I can just simply run this thing. So you cannot divide by 0. Yeah, I think it's totally working as expected. Okay, so now here's another thing that you can learn, that is if you want to wrap the errors. Okay, like here you are throwing the error, that is totally fine. But if you want to wrap the error, like you have some complex error message that you want to wrap, in that case you have another function which is error f, and thus comes our fmt package, that method you can use. Okay, how I will explain now, that is like fmt dot error f you have to write, and like suppose I am writing like error, anything you can write. Okay, I'm not like writing anything that will be a meaningful thing. Okay, I'm just explaining you simply, that's why I'm just writing any random thing. Okay, please don't mind. So now, so yeah, that is another thing that you can know. Like I'm just quickly running this one, I'm just want to check this thing. Okay, okay, just a second, I just simply, yeah, now we can run this one. Yeah, so now it is working. So this percentage w, this position will be replaced like error, and then the percentage w, like this error that is cannot divide by 0. You can see error cannot divide by 0. Okay, this way you can wrap the errors. Okay, and also you know what, one thing, you have another method as well, like error dot unwrap, I think. Yeah, this one also you have, and then you can just print your error, and if you now print this, now you can see only the message that you have like written here, like new cannot divide by 0, this will be only printed in your console. Okay, so you have to remember this percentage w you have. Okay, and also this error f function if you want to wrap the errors. Okay, I think it's clear. You have to remember these two things, errors or new. Okay, to throw any new error, and to wrap the errors you have fmt error f, and you have to use this percentage w to replace the error message. Okay, I think it's these two things are clear. We'll do level up, and now we will implement our custom errors. Okay, don't, no need to worry, it's very simple actually. You have to only use a struct. Okay, yeah. So we will don't do much thing, we will just do like you can have the error message or like any code if you want to give. Okay, like int and then string, and the message you can write there. Okay, these three fields, I think it's fine. So now what you have to do, okay, I'm just quickly explaining you. So you have to implement this particular interface. So how you can implement this particular interface, you have to only have your like error function, right, and that will return string. Okay, and in the receiver part you have to do like, we'll have custom error, right. So now here you can just do one thing, you have to return the string. Okay, you can return any string. So now this is our custom error message. Okay, so we have our error code, we have our error message, we have our error details. Okay, and here I am using this particular method. I am using this fmt print to convert our integer, because code was in integer, right, so we have to convert this in string. That's why I am using this particular function. Okay, fmt print. So before using this custom error, okay, in your code, I just wanted to show you like what are the import statements I needed, like this errors, and this errors is comes for these errors. Okay, and also the fmt is, you already know this fmt package. Okay, that we are using everywhere. So now what we will do, instead of this normal error method, we want to provide our custom error. Okay, so you have to use this struct. Okay, so this way you can initialize a structure. Right now you can provide the code, like suppose your code is like one, anything you can provide. Okay, basically this kind of custom error message really useful when you are implementing any APIs like 404 or like 403 forbidden error, 404 not found, kind of things. Okay, I'm just giving an example. Okay, and even you can write your custom like your own codes, and so it's not like you have to use a standard ones. Okay, it's totally fine. So okay, so masses like, okay, and in the details we can write like cannot zero. Okay, this way you can write. Okay, so now I'm just quickly running it. Okay, so terminal, I have to start terminal, and I understand the problem actually. Here actually I am using this error, so that's why. So you have to write like error. Okay, so now if you just run this one, now you can see. Okay, I think I need some space as well. Uh, yeah, now it's like pretty good looking. Yeah, error messages and the error details. Okay, so this way you can return your custom errors. Okay, I think it's easy for you, right? So like, yeah, because I have removed the errors to new now, that's why that's why it got removed from the import, that errors package that we had previously. Okay, for watching the video. If you have any doubts, any question, please let me know in the comment section. I will be happy to answer all of your comments. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.